And over the next 30 minutes, we will talk about what happened during the 6 hours of trading, and we'll tell you what mattered and why. Joining us to answer your questions are Mayuresh Joshi on the fundamentals and Mitesh Thakkar on the charts. Thanks very much, Mayuresh, Mitesh, for joining us. But let's, before we get to the Q&A part of the show, take a quick look at what happened in the day. Just recapping, the broader themes and stocks. Lata. We've got a question coming in. Sanjay from Punjab has written in with a question on Tech Mahindra. He's been holding 400 shares of Tech Mahindra. His cost is 477 rupees. And he basically wants to know what to do. 477, the stock's at about 760 right now. So he's in the money and doing decently well. Mayuresh, what would you tell him?
Evening, Prashant. No, clearly hold on. I think very good set of numbers that they've posted today. And again, I think the environment probably looks quite reasonable for them going ahead as well. Communications expected to do well, that contributes 45%. The enterprise business is expected to bounce back as well. And when you're probably talking about the overall EBIT and EBIT margin performance, it should stabilize because they've got a lot of triggers in front of them. What happens with 5G on the communication side will be a key trigger in terms of an order book burgeoning, and also I think the earnings accretion happening on that count. So yes, I think a clear hold from my side with a long-term perspective.
I guess the constant currency growth is extremely impressive. And, they have headroom for margin improvement. Hopefully when 5G telecom comes in, as we were saying, that's when maybe they will be able to launch even higher. Well, with that we come to the third headline.
Srinath Reddy from Kerala has written in with a question on Punjab National Bank. He's been holding 2,000 shares of the bank. His cost is 85 rupees a piece. He's a long-term investor, wants to know if he should hold or sell here. Again, Mayuresh, a fundamental view first. Stock's at 73 right now.
So again, as Abhishek was mentioning, I think a very good set of numbers again posted by PNB. Slippages at a 4-quarter low. You're probably looking at GNPAs also coming off. And when you're looking at the provisioning that they've done specifically with relation to the infrastructure account, I think the shoring up of their PCR, whether it's for the standard asset cases or the other cases related to NCLT, I think that itself is giving an encouraging trend, along with the recoveries and upgrades that the management has in their mindset going forward as well. So I think the worst is probably over in my opinion. The price that he's bought a little bit higher, but if he has the patience, hold on to the stock.
Okay, I don't think the charts are looking very encouraging. Well, fundamentally, Mayuresh?
No, as you and Prashant were discussing, I think obviously this puts an overhang on the stock. Nothing materially wrong with the numbers that they posted. SSG growth was good. Margins were good. They probably had Dunkin' Donuts breaking even in this quarter itself. And again, I think the online contribution in terms of online ordering is quite significant, which also affects their EBITDA margins. But I think valuations is something that is on the elevated and higher side. So I will wait for a significant decline to get this news cleared over the next few days or weeks, and then probably take a call. At this point of time, I think I'm better off with the private bank, something like a Federal Bank, or even something like an ICICI Bank on declines.
Okay, we move on to the last story, the big headline, the last headline.
Jitendra Kapoor from Delhi has written with a question. Has 300 shares of the company purchased at 274 rupees. Says he's a long-term investor. Mayuresh, should he stay with Tata Global Beverages? He's making quite a loss, almost 90 rupees per stock. No, we can't hear you, Mayuresh. Okay. Yeah. Mayuresh?
Yeah, sorry. So I think it was a disappointing performance on the operating front. Ultimately, it's a commoditized business, whether it's tea or coffee. So what they probably do in terms of tea prices or coffee prices as the crushing season starts and as the new season begins in May is going to be interesting. Their packaged business, specifically I think the mineral water business, how that shapes up is also going to be important, as well as the associations that they probably have. So again, I think the long-term outlook probably can improve for Tata Global over a period of time. So if he has the patience, he can hold on. I think Mitesh can be a better judge at what levels he can probably dip into average the stock.
Hey, Mitesh, thank you very much. We are out of time, Mitesh and Mayuresh, for joining us and taking us through all these viewer queries. But before you go, there's something